Hey, it's Ty Hart from Remax Alliance, back with another market update video. This is for October 2024. So to start things off, a couple of stats. Right now, our home values are down by about 2%. That's compared to last month. We're also seeing time on market for homes for sale go up just a little bit. And both of these things are really normal towards the end of the summer. It's nothing surprising to see, just a slight correction in prices as we get to this time of year. A really notable real estate statistic right now is months of inventory. This is something that realtors look at and realtor investors look at. And what it means is if you took every house that's currently on the market, how long would it take for that entire inventory to sell out? Right now, it's 3.6 months. And that is the first time, like at least in memory for me, I've been a realtor for 12 years, where our inventory has crossed that 3-month mark. What that means is that we are in what's called a balanced market. It's not a buyer's market or a seller's market. And it's really cool. It's the first time we've been here in a long time. It's actually a really healthy place for a real estate market to be. To give you a point of comparison, during the pandemic, we had less than 1 month of inventory, which led to a really crazy market where things were selling fast and way, way over the asking price. So what does this actually mean for the real estate market? For buyers, it's actually a really great time to be out looking at houses. There's plenty of inventory, so you have a lot of houses that you can see. You can be pretty picky about what you're looking at. And there's also room to negotiate. With so many houses for sale, you can negotiate over the inspection if there's problems on the house you want the seller to repair. And you can also negotiate the seller to either reduce the purchase price on the property or maybe pay down your interest rate on your loan a little bit so that your monthly payment's going to be a little bit less. For sellers, it's still not a bad time to sell. It's a balanced market. It just means that you need to be aware of your pricing. You got to be really careful on how you price and make sure that you price things correctly. And it might just take a little bit longer for you to receive an offer, but not a ridiculous amount of time. A couple other quick points. The Fed did cut interest rates by 0.5 basis points. That was a larger cut than people were expecting. We're still waiting to see the effect of that on mortgage interest rates. We're not seeing like a big drop in interest rates yet, but that might be something that starts to pick up into next year, so we're going to wait for that. We're also seeing buyers and sellers hesitating to jump into the market because of the election, which is coming up next month. And so we're really close to the election. It'll be interesting to see what happens to our real estate market after the election if people decide to start to jump in, like in November, December, to look for houses or to sell a house. Lastly, I think that the real estate market's really going to pick up next year. I think we're going to be past the election. We are going to start to see drops in interest rates. We're still going to have a high inventory of homes for sale. I think there's a lot of people who have been hesitating for a while. People who've been waiting for years to get their home on the market. Buyers who've been hesitating. I think a lot of people are going to stop waiting, and we're going to see a lot of movement in our real estate market in the spring. It's part of why I think it's a really good time for buyers right now to be looking at homes, because you're going to kind of beat the rush a little bit if you're looking right now. Maybe to some extent for sellers too, if our home inventory continues to rise, you might be finding that there's a little less competition out there when you're selling your home as well. All right, thank you again for watching my real estate market update video. If there's anything in the world that I can do for you, reach out and let me know. Otherwise, I'll catch you next month.